Late at night I found a girl soaked by the rain in a dumpster. So in my kindness, I took her in. Not only did I provide food and shelter, every night I offered free pillow hugging services. Little did I know this girl would steal my heart. She helped me with my work, but accidentally deleted an invitation from the goddess of my dreams. I went on a blind date, only for her to stand in front of everyone and call me her husband. It wasn't until later, when the butler showed up at my door, that I discovered she was actually the heiress of a wealthy family. On that rainy night returning home, I parked my car in front of a convenience store. Suddenly, a dark figure darted out under my headlights. The light pierced through the rain, illuminating her form. It was a girl, drenched from head to toe. Her clothes clung tightly to her body. Blinded by the bright light, she struggled to lift her head. My breath caught for a moment. Her eyes were wet, so fragile they made my heart ache. "Sir," she spoke. Her hoarse voice asked if she could stay for the night. Her phone was lost. No way to contact her friends. A drenched, lonely girl. To be honest, if it were anyone else, I'd have suspected she was up to no good. Danger and trouble were certain. But facing those pitiful, heart-wrenching eyes, I feared even in my dreams, my conscience would be dragged to the ground and rubbed raw. I glanced at the foggy mist behind her. No suspicious figures in sight. She was truly alone, helpless. "Get in," I said, and she brought a chill as she sat. The car seat instantly soaked. "Thank you," she said. Back at home, seeing her shiver from the cold after the rain, I hurriedly poured her a cup of hot water. She sipped it slowly. Steam rose, veiling her delicate brows and eyes, leaving only a silhouette, head bowed, quiet and harmless. "Thank you," she said. She introduced herself as Anna Doe, a final-year photography student at the Art Academy. That night she went to meet friends but found no one. Her phone and wallet were lost. Trapped in the heavy rain for nearly half an hour. Such bad luck I forgot to check the calendar before going out. "Sir," she looked up. Her eyes locked on mine, saying she was troubling me too much. The rain showed no sign of stopping. Her voice softened, with a barely noticeable choke. "It's fine, stay one night, you can leave tomorrow." I waved it off casually, but in my heart I calculated just one night. At most, one night. When the rain stopped, I'd sent her on her way. The next day Anna didn't leave. That evening during our chat, she learned I ran a photography studio. She said she was struggling to find an internship. Her eyes sparkled, begging to work for me, swearing she didn't need a salary, just food and shelter would do. Looking at this free laborer, brimming with energy, some devilish impulse made me nod. Unexpectedly though, just an intern. She was quick, not at all like someone passing time, but as if she had ambitions, aiming for Employee of the Year, organizing equipment, even sorting backup batteries by production date, editing photos and adjusting colors with divine skill. The moment I frowned, she knew what to fix. "Sir, where does this go? Sir, is this color tone okay?" Her sweet "sir" softened my heart. Her care was impeccable. Warm milk always at exactly 55 degrees. Never burning my mouth. I casually mentioned a delicious breakfast from some shop. The next day it appeared on my table. Until that afternoon, I was wrestling with a roll of film, when a startled cry came from outside, followed by the sound of liquid spilling. I dropped everything and rushed out. The scene before me made my heart sink. The desk corner was a mess. Half a cup of water spread across it, about to reach my phone nearby. In my mind I saw the phone drowned in misery. Anna reacted just in time, diving to save it. The phone screen seemed to flicker briefly because of her action. In that moment, I almost thought the phone was bidding me farewell. She looked at me full of guilt. I wasn't careful and spilled the water. I sternly took the phone, pressed the power button and the screen lit up. Swiped the screen, smooth as if it were fresh from the factory. It's fine, it's fine. Look, it's still going strong." The interface was clean. Not a single spam message. The next day, a message from Lily Nash came like a delayed bomb. "Last night I waited but didn't see you. Was there an emergency?" Lily Nash was the one I secretly loved. She was talented and brilliant, yet humble and gracious. Seeing her message, my blood felt like it froze. "Last night I didn't get any invitation." Within 2 seconds, Lily sent a screenshot, clearly stating 7 p.m. tonight, "Are you free? There is a private exhibition." I frantically scrolled through our chat history, up and down 8 times. Not to mention an exhibition, not even a punctuation mark. Great job, Anna Doe. Surely not a master of mess. Anna Doe. I stormed toward her, eyes blazing with anger. She hurried over. Sir, did you see the message from Miss Lily Nash yesterday? I felt my teeth grinding to dust. Anna froze. Message? What message? Suddenly she looked up, her eyes filled with regret. Yesterday when I saved the phone, I might have accidentally swiped something. Sir, could I have deleted Miss Lily's message? As she spoke, her eyes reddened in a flash, faster than flipping a book, leaving me stunned. I'm sorry, I'm so clumsy. Before I could even get angry, it felt like I was the one bullying her. It's all my fault. Sir, that important date. Her red eye, my words of blame stuck in my throat. I even vaguely wanted to comfort her. Fine, I softened my tone. Be careful next time. She nodded vigorously. A glint of triumph flashed in her eyes, so quick it felt like an illusion. Perhaps because of that mistake, Anna carried a hint of guilt. Lately she arrived at the studio half an hour later than usual. When asked, she scratched her head, saying she ran 2 laps downstairs. Otherwise my back and waist feel stiff. Great excuse, I thought to myself, then glanced at the computer in the corner, casually opened it to transfer some photos. An unclosed browser tab nearly blinded me. How to train effectively for a rounder butt. 100 squats a day. 30 days to become a beauty. Choosing the right t-shirt to look slim and stylish in 1 step. This girl was really training lately. Planning to switch careers to a fitness coach. She studied exercise more diligently than photography. My fingers scrolled. The browsing history revealed a familiar video. The thumbnail was that the video of the streamer ID commented on. Love the curves on this model. Perfect for me. Great minds think alike. The view count a staggering 200. Impressive. She must have worn out the video. Today's youth are so dedicated. I closed the page with newfound respect. Good morning, sir. Anna, hair damp with sweat, brought the fresh scent of exercise. Her voice was light. She casually walked to my desk. The light and shadow in this photo feel flat. She stood close, her arm nearly brushing my shoulder. Her warm breath mixed with a faint fragrance. The client wants a more dramatic feel. I instinctively leaned back, giving her space. Her slender finger pointed at the screen. Try deepening the shadows here. As she spoke, her body leaned forward. My eyes lingered a few seconds on her curves. Indeed, her training wasn't in vain. I teased without thinking. Should I ask her to help me move equipment? Those lights in the storage are heavy. Her ears flushed red. Then, as if remembering something unfinished, she spun around. Her shirt lifted with the motion, revealing a glimpse of her toned waist. I rubbed my chin, grinning like a capitalist. What a steal for the county. Next time we shoot a modal-themed project, drag her to the street. No extra cost needed. While plotting my scheme, my phone rang abruptly. The screen flashed 5 words. Family Finance Minister. David, are you free this weekend? Uncle Thomas, remember him? Uncle Thomas, which Uncle Thomas? I racked my brain. The one who calls himself the matchmaker and neighborhood intelligence director. He found you a match. A PhD, studied abroad, good family background. Supposedly decent character. My mouth twitched. I'd seen her photo, she looked fine. Saturday afternoon, 2 p.m. The place is booked. Her voice was swift as the wind. I rubbed my temples. I told you work's keeping me busy. Busy, always busy. You're grown now. David can work stay with you forever. Her voice sharpened suddenly. I quietly held the phone away. Why can't work stay with me forever? At least it doesn't argue or fight over the remote. Look at Uncle Thomas's son. His kid's already in kindergarten. And you don't even have a proper girlfriend. You're going. If you don't, it'll drag you there. The marriage-urging storm was relentless. This blind date was unavoidable. I grumbled inwardly. No interest in this PhD stranger. My mind already pictured. Prim and proper bookish. Opening with, according to my research, my toes could dig a 3-room apartment in my shoes. Saturday afternoon, I dragged my resentful self to the cafe. The table number Mom sent was by the window. At least I could people watch while enduring. If it didn't work out, I'd pretend to be distracted by a dog outside. I adjusted my expression. 3 parts polite, 5 parts distant, 2 parts indifferent, and walked over. No matter what she said, I'd counter with the triple no strategy. By the window, a woman in a beige coffee-colored dress sat with her back to me. Her demeanor was refined, not the nerdy scholar I'd imagined. Wait, that silhouette looked familiar. I hesitated as I approached. She slowly turned. Anna Doe. My heart skipped a beat, as if sensing my approach. The woman turned fully. I froze, my mind ablaze. How was she the PhD Mom mentioned? The blind date was Lily Nash. Lily clearly recognized me. Her surprise quickly faded, replaced by understanding. She smiled gently, pulled out a chair for me. David, what a coincidence. The busy photographer with no time for love. Turns out it's you. Her friendliness instantly eased my awkwardness, but a lingering embarrassment burned hotter. Miss Lily, I didn't know it was you. Mom, I sat clumsily, words stumbling. It's fine. Lily sat gracefully, pushing the menu toward me. Her eyes, comforting, were faded. What'll you drink? The latte here is great. I ordered a coffee, trying to calm my racing heart. Lily seemed delighted. She didn't mention the missed exhibition, but talked about recent photography trends. Her mature charm shone through. Erudite knowledge, witty yet considerate conversation. A quiet joy crept into my heart. The blind date, being Lily Nash, turned this forced meeting into a dream. I even began thanking Mom's unstoppable arrangements. She was Cupid incarnate, not just shooting arrows with precision. We talked about art, photography, the city's changes. The vibe was perfect for a romantic urban movie. Lily occasionally showed admiration for her junior, making my heart race faster. Just as I thought, this was my lucky day. The heavens intervened. Mid-conversation, Lily's phone rang. I silently prayed, "No emergencies, please, or I'd lose it." Lily answered, her relaxed brows gradually furrowed. My heart sank. She gave me a helpless smile. Sure enough, a work emergency. She had to leave. So urgent, I paused, coffee cup in hand. She stood adjusting her clothes. Next time I'll plan better. Watching her leave, I stared at the cold coffee, dazed. Like a long-awaited movie, cut off halfway. My heart felt empty. I slowly gathered my things, walked home under the sunset. Opening the door, Anna was squatting watering a plant. Her profile glowed in the golden light. Hearing me, she looked up. "You're back." I mumbled, listless. "I texted you, but got no reply. Thought you were having fun chatting." She stood, set the watering can on the sill. I made lotus seed porridge. Extra seeds cook soft and fragrant. "How'd you know I like lotus seeds?" "Overheard you talking to someone." She scratched her head. I remembered. The aroma wafted from the kitchen. She went to get the porridge. "Anna," I called, "following me like this. Don't you worry about your own affairs." She paused, turned, eyes shining. "Following you is my most important affair. I mean, during my internship, I have to serve my boss wholeheartedly." This young girl was a master flatterer. She brought the bowl. Steam rose. Less sugar, not too sweet. I took a sip. Perfectly sweet. Delicious. I looked up. She smiled at me. The chat with Lily Nash. Stopped at my last message. "Sorry, didn't see it yesterday. Let's meet next time." A red exclamation mark glared below, like a rusty nail in my heart. I waited 2 hours outside her company, like a Tenten statue, until I saw her car. Lily Nash. I rushed to grab the car door. "Why block me? Days ago we were..." The window slowly lowered, her face expressionless. "No need to stay in touch, so I did that." Her voice was flat. "Hope I didn't bother you, David." Each word polite, but together, they chilled my heart. I stood stunned. Why so sudden? A thought sparked. If she knew my feelings, would the outcome change? That thought was a lifeline. I summoned all my courage, staking my last shred of pride. "I've liked you for a long time." The words shocked even me. But a second later, "Sorry, hold on." She cut me off. Her eyes lingered on my face. "I understand. But maybe we should keep things as they are." She raised her hand lightly, still poised and polite. In that moment, I felt drained. Looking at her, I couldn't speak. Even if she knew my heart, the outcome was the same. I returned home dazed. It was pitch dark. I grabbed a bottle of strong liquor from the cabinet, gulped 2 shots. Cool pose, sure, but nearly choked myself to death. I slumped to the floor, burying my head in my arms. Sir Anna's voice was soft, tentative, probing. "Why are you drinking so much?" I opened my eyes, vision blurry. She sat beside me under the moonlight, her brows furrowed. "Anna," I grabbed her wrist. "Tell me, am I ridiculous? Loving someone so long, only to make her uncomfortable?" She let me hold her wrist, gently patting my back, with a tender strength. After a long while, her voice low like a whisper, "You like Lily Nash?" I looked up at her. The liquor loosened my words. Back then, I was just a fool with a camera wandering. My photos were mocked by colleagues, said they looked like community bulletin boards. That day I sat on the ground, face red. Lily Nash appeared then. The sunset glowed on her shoulders. She quietly looked for a while, then her finger pointed gently at the second photo in my hand. "The scarf on the clothesline is the eyes of the alley. Try shooting from when it rises to when it falls heavily. String those moments together." Her voice was gentle. The wind seemed to pause. I went back and capturing the soul of that old alley. That Wind in the Alley series won a Rookie Award, the first affirmation of my photography path. Since then, I took a big swig. Every time I shoot landscapes, I leave a blank space in the clouds and mountains, as if waiting for her to step into the frame. Anna said nothing. After a moment she laughed. Her youthful face lit up under the moonlight, with a mischievous charm. "Then would you consider me? No need for blank spaces." She leaned closer, her nose almost touching my face. "I'll slip into your frame myself." I clumsily patted her shoulder, breath unsteady, teasing me while I'm drunk. Seeing her move to close the window, I grabbed her dress hem, making her pause. "Anna, tell me, am I a failure?" I rubbed my face against her dress, thinking this fabric's nice. "Soft and comfortable, sir. You're drunk. When you're sober, do whatever you want, but don't move now." Her voice hoarse, alarming. "No," I stubbornly insisted. Her throat moved sharply, like a silent invitation. I lunged forward, as I nearly fell into Anna. A wave of dizziness hit, everything sank into darkness. I passed out, vaguely feeling warmth on my forehead. The next morning, hearing Lily Nash was engaged to someone else, I smiled, relieved. Good. This cut off all hope. She didn't want me, no need to force it. While lost in thought, the property manager texted. Anna's room window had a safety issue. I went to check, reached for tools in the drawer, opened it. My eyes caught something. A familiar metal box. Made my eyelids twitch. Wasn't that the box I used for expired film rolls from college? It was neatly placed in the drawer, lined with velvet underneath. Back then, I thought it took up space. Tossed it in the trash and stomped it twice. Why was it here in Anna's hands? Treated like a treasure. A note on the box, in her messy handwriting, photo archives, with a phone number. I smacked my lips. Her handwriting didn't match her looks. But why keep this? The box gleamed. I opened it, stunned. Inside was a pile of scraps, a few crumpled papers, my handwritten photo settings, scribbles wild and free, a yellowed Polaroid, edges jagged. Me 7 years ago, in a white t-shirt holding a camera, profile catching the light, mouth smiling, carefree. I'd never seen this photo. On the back, sharp writing, as if the pen pierced the paper. A tingling sensation spread through me. I stumbled back. 7 years ago, I didn't know Anna. When did she take this? Another folded paper, a hand-drawn map, noting the route from the studio to the convenience store. Beside it, David works late. Will buy Odin at the store at 10 p.m. Memories. Yanked back to that rainy night a month ago, when I found Anna outside the store. It wasn't a chance encounter. It was a calculated trap, planned perfectly. My overtime, the rain, my soft heart, a net woven long ago. And I was the prey who walked right in. I spread the clues before me, mind reeling stolen photos, document, deliberate approach. I suddenly recalled the blind date. Lily Nash, leaving abruptly. Later, I heard through the grapevine, her private exhibition had funding issues, stuck at a critical sponsorship, and the one who could turn it around was Kevin Miles, a famed investor. A chilling, absurd guess formed. Just then, the door lock clicked. I spun around, startled. Anna stood in the doorway. This scene felt familiar, like a TV drama trope. The one whose secret is exposed is most flustered and most dangerous. But I couldn't sit and wait. Instead of letting her strike first, I pulled the trigger. I gripped the note, attacking. "What's this, Anna? Listen, let me explain." Explain what? I stepped forward, unleashing full force. Explain how you knew Lily needed Kevin Miles funding. Is this the Kevin Miles? Did you tamper with something? Her lips trembled. Overlooked details flooded back. That day Anna texted asking about the blind date. I didn't reply. Minutes later, Lily got a call. She finally spoke, eyes red. But I wouldn't let her fool me. She turned, pulling a stack of papers from the cabinet, placed them before me. I flipped through. The evidence chilled me. Lily had investigated my background, knew my father was on the Stellar Art Fund board. She aimed to climb higher through me. After funding fell through, she approached my father, was rejected, then turned to Kevin Miles, Father Henry Miles. Her approach to me was calculated from the start. That unforgettable afternoon, her gentle guidance, just a move in her game. Seeing my pale face, Anna's voice softened. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have hidden it. Then your approach to me was calculated too. I stared into her eyes, searching for a crack. She glanced at the open metal box, suddenly laughed, a self-macking chuckle. 7 years ago in Willowtown, you were squatting by the bridge, shooting weeds. I thought, how can someone be so foolish, shooting a patch of grass for so long? She looked at me, her gaze unusually focused. That night I stood in the rain for ages, not trapped but waiting for you. She leaned closer, her warm breath brushing my ear. I stood frozen, instinct urging me to retreat. Scared of me? She smirked, her smile fading. You clearly said you don't like girls like me. Her voice carried a choked despair. The next second, she hugged me tightly, her face buried in my neck, her nose grazing my sensitive skin, sparking a tingling wave. What do I have to do? Her voice full of grievance. To make you see only me. I stiffened in her arms, clearly feeling her tremble. Please, she clung like a lifeline. Don't abandon me. Her arms tightened like iron. I struggled to push away. Anna let go but grabbed my wrist. She laughed softly, her eyes greedily fixed on my collarbone, where a red mark from a necklace rubbed. Suddenly, her lips pressed hard, on that patch of skin. Sir, her eyes burned with possessiveness. How can I let you go? The next second, I bit her hand hard, yanked free and ran without looking back. Like a thorn I couldn't pull out, wedged between me and Anna. From then on, I avoided her, arriving at the studio half an hour early, leaving only after she did, ignoring her messages. In the hallway, I could pull out my phone in 05 seconds, pretending to be engrossed. The studio's atmosphere grew heavy, until one afternoon, my 5-year-old server crashed. Worse, all stored data was corrupted. Photo sets due tomorrow were trapped inside. The technician fumbled for 4 hours, sweat dripping onto the keyboard, finally saying, data recovery takes at least 3 days. Client calls kept coming. I stared at the dark server screen helpless. Night fell. I was alone in the studio. The screen reflected my tired eyes. Science says a nap boosts alertness. 10 minutes of sleep then. At 2 a.m., soft keystrokes woke me. I looked up. The office was empty. Only the computer's indicator light flickered in the dark. On the desk, a note appeared. Anna's handwriting files. I opened the drive. Sure enough, all files were there. She was reliable. David, what are you thinking? She's a scheming, dangerous person. Trouble always comes in waves. Recently, a partner sent Mr. Lucas. Truly my nightmare. At our first meeting, Luke Newman, while reviewing photos, deliberately mocked my profession. I suppressed the urge to teach him a lesson. The second time, delivering a contract, he cornered me. His sleazy tone. David, you're so capable. Let's talk privately tonight. I stepped back. Mr. Lucas, have some respect. He laughed arrogantly. His sticky gaze roamed over me. Days later, his harassment worsened. WeChat filled with suggestive emojis. At a group dinner today, he used toasting as an excuse to get close. After the dinner, my mind churned with plans to deal with this creep. At the staircase, I bumped into Anna. She stood in the dark corner seeing me. Her throat moved but she said nothing, just quietly stepped aside. Smart move. As I passed, I glimpsed her phone screen, showing a corporate credit information website. What was she researching? I didn't look back. Hurried away like a dog was chasing me. 3 days later, early morning, a colleague rushed in. Lucas is under tax investigation. The project's halted. The studio buzzed. Rumors said his company had evaded taxes for years. This time, solid evidence surfaced. Who was the anonymous whistleblower? Even old debts were dug up. To powerful woe was this hidden accuser. I knew exactly who. Days later, I poured my energy into work. Compiled my best works from recent years. into a collection, submitted for the 9th photography art exhibition. In the evaluation room, I held my portfolio, hands sweaty, every light, every shadow, soaked with sleepless night, hoping the judges were kind gods. One glance, my God, the head judge was Lily Nash. Beside her, Ryan Miles. What kind of soap opera script was this world running? Ryan's gaze on me was blatant, dripping with contempt and hostility. Hey, I don't owe you money. He leaned over, whispering to Lily. Her cold voice rang out. David's work, too obsessed with so-called everyday life. She flipped to the Wind in the Alley series. Silent, lacks commercial value. No depth. Murmurs rose. My face paled. My heart's work, trampled lightly under her feet, along with that gentle guidance in my memory. Now the sharpest mockery, as humiliation threatened to drown me. A figure stepped forward, shielding me. Anna Doe. She had been quietly standing in the exhibition's corner. Her eyes sharp as knives locked on Lily. Miss Lily, her voice wasn't loud, but silenced the murmurs. The vitality in his lens, you'll never reach half of it in your life. The exhibition fell silent. Lily's face turned green. Young lady, don't be arrogant. Arrogant, Anna laughed coldly, suddenly pulling a stack of documents from her bag, slamming them on the judge's table. I squinted. The silver cover bore bold text, an exclusive contract intent letter from the International New Art Center, with the company's red seal, radiating authority. His work, Anna's voice was firm, caught the eye of this center's director, praised as the most vibrant ritual imagery in recent years. She paused, her gaze sweeping over Lily's darkened face. Each word clear. Miss Lily Nash, you don't understand, but someone out there recognizes a gem. Lily stared at the documents, her face shifting from green to white. The International New Art Center, the industry's pinnacle. Countless fight to get in. She submitted every year, never making a ripple. Murmurs rose again. Lily hit a brick wall this time. I stood stunned. The intent letter appeared from nowhere. She'd done so much silently. Those late nights I spent editing. She always said my photos had light, not empty comfort, but belief in a path she quietly paved. When Anna turned to face me, her sharpness vanished. She extended her hand palm up, steady before me. Sir, don't stay here. Her voice softened, like dripping water. Your light shouldn't be worn down here. I looked at her, my heart surging. Lily seemed about to speak, but Anna's gaze stopped her. Ryan sat silent, awkwardly frozen. I looked at her hand, clean, warm, as if it could cradle all my disappointments. I took a deep breath, gently placed my hand in hers. The moment we touched, Anna gripped it firm, yet careful. We turned and walked out. The murmurs behind Lily's green face faded into the background. Later I learned, to secure that recognition, she stayed up 8 nights curating my work, even using her family connections to make that picky curator take another look. The drama in the evaluation room was recorded by someone. The video spread across social media overnight, with all sorts of high-energy comments. Refreshing facelap edits went viral. This unexpected fame made mom mention in the family group, "Son, that girl shielding you in the video looks good." The next day at work, a colleague slipped me a stack of printed memes. David Nettison's made these. Guardian, goddess, and resilient photographer, perfect pair. I looked down. Good grief. Anna shielding me, captioned, "Touch my man you dare." Ryan's forced smile labeled, "Elegance lasts forever." Then, Nettison's dug up Anna's family business empire. Heiress of a commercial dynasty tags flew everywhere. The scale made me uneasy. With Anna's background, getting whatever she wanted since childhood, her seriousness might just be fleeting. At 3 p.m., a Rolls-Royce quietly parked downstairs. A man in a crisp suit stepped out, hair neatly combed, his gaze locked on Anna. "Miss, the master sent me to fetch you." Anna, editing photos, didn't look up. "I'm busy." The butler stepped closer, voice lower. The family saw the online video. "Miss," he paused, meaning clear play is fine, but the Doe family won't accept him. My hand gripped the mouse tightly. Colleagues' sneaky glances darted over. The printer fell silent. Drama enough for the studio to gossip for a month. Anna raised a finger. "Butler, watch your words." She glanced at me worried. "I'm still an intern. Can be fired any time." "Speak carefully." "Fired," the butler ground out. Anna's eyes landed on me. "Accept or not." The Doe family has no say. What do you mean? The butler frowned, things spiraling beyond his expectations. Anna glanced at me again, with a hint of resentment. He thinks I should be grateful. The butler's mouth twitched. His meticulously styled wig seemed about to fall from the shock. Had never dreamed his high and mighty miss would lower herself so. Miss, the butler struggled for words. Anna cut him off. I've made myself clear. Leave. The butler tried to speak. Anna added lightly. Tell the master, my affairs aren't his concern. The butler left full of doubts about life, his back radiating desolation. The next day sunlight pierced the gloom. Looking at the mango millefeuille on the plate, warmth from Anna's public defense stirred quietly. The first time in ages, I took the initiative to be kind, bringing the cake to the studio. Anna was busy. Seeing the box in my hand, her eyes lit up. Sir, a thank you gift. I handed it over, sensing her care. First time making it. Not sure if it suits your taste. She held her breath, opening the box. Mango's sweet aroma spread. She froze for a moment, under my expectant gaze, scooped a bite, her lashes curved like crescent moons. Praise me, even a lie will do. Delicious, I exhaled. Sitting beside her as she ate slowly, savoring each bite. Really good. I pressed, heart lifting. She smiled obediently. Yeah, better than She took a big scoop, but her swallowing seemed stiff. The cake wasn't small. She finished every bit. While clearing the box, I saw a red mark on her hand. Casually asked, what's that? She quickly hid her hand. Softly said, mosquito bite, no big deal. I didn't think much. But midnight, my phone blared. The nurse's voice urgent. Are you David? Central Hospital of Anna Doe. Severe allergic reaction, trouble breathing. Critical condition and emergency care. You're her only emergency contact. Please come now. Severe allergic reaction, trouble breathing, emergency. The phone slipped from my hand, hit the floor. Hours ago, the red mark on her hand, her stiff swallowing, her forced smile, each detail turned into red-hot iron. The suffocating truth burned into my heart. Mango allergy. She knew. She clearly knew. Just to not disappoint me. To hold on to my rare kindness. She swallowed something that could kill her. Why, Anna? Are you insane? I couldn't feel my heartbeat, only a deadly chill in my chest. Then fear engulfed me. Would she die? Because of my whim. Would she leave like this? Where's Anna? Where's the R? Rushing into the hospital, I grabbed a passing nurse. Yelling hoarsely, the nurse, startled, quickly pointed the way. End of the hall. A closed door. 3 red words, in emergency. Like a gaping maw, swallowing all hope. I stared at the door, straining for any sound. The tick of machines, footsteps, doctor's whispers, but only deadly silence. How is she? Is she breathing? Does it hurt? I'm sorry, Anna, I clutched my mouth, stifling the scream rising in my throat. Tears fell silently. I feared Anna disappearing like this, shed quietly, taken a vital place in my heart. So vital, just imagining her loss tore my heart apart. But now I could do nothing, only wait minute by minute. In the ICU, her frail figure lay still. Each breath stretched my nerves taut. After an eternity, her lashes trembled. I shot up, heart pounding wildly, her brows furrowed in discomfort. Lashes quivered, opening a sliver, her gaze hazy. She was awake, her foggy eyes focused on me, first confused, then familiar. Then, those eyes fresh from chaos, quietly lit up. Anna, you fool. Tears fell. Do you know how dangerous that was? The doctor said a little later. The rest choked in my throat. She seemed panicked, lips trembling. Her weak breath formed faint sounds. Each breath labored, but her eyes stubbornly fixed on me. Then, with all her strength, she slowly lifted her hand from the blanket, lightly touching the back of mine. A touch like falling snow, carrying a chill. Her lips moved again, forming words for me. I held my breath, watching her pale lips. Don't cry. This fool just back from death's door. And her first concern was wiping my tears. Days later, I stayed at the hospital, watching Anna's color return. My heart slowly settled. On discharge day, she stood at the door, red marks visible in the sun. Sir, she caught my gaze, her gentle voice soothing. Don't worry, it's healed. I lightly touched, the red patch still hurt. She froze, shook her head quickly, not for a while. Anna, I looked into her eyes. Promise me. The 4 words stopped her breath. Light flared in her eyes, then dimmed, fearing it might shatter. What did you say? I lowered my head, cupping her face. I like you. I want to be with you. Really, me, really. She gripped my hands, voice trembling faintly. Seeing her red eyes, my heart ached. Anna, I said, her eyes misty, each word clear. You. Before she could react, I leaned down, kissing her cheek softly. A second later, she paused for 2.5 seconds, then kissed back full of care. Not long after dating, Anna wanted to get married. It still feels like a dream. Her family initially treated me like a scoundrel, but somehow she convinced them. The elders recently nodded. At her family dinner, her father patted my shoulder, hinting I was a good son. If Doe dares wrong you, come to me for support. The wedding's clamor finally settled. In the bridal suite, soft light glowed. My heart pounded, breath uneven. Sir, her voice low, warm, stirring a restless wave. Finally, you're mine. The end.